You slept the whole night through. I didn't. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, I did my 3 a.m. wake up thing again, but I went back to sleep and I woke up very naturally at 6:30 or like 6:20 something. And I was like, not too bad, sister, not too bad. And I'm feeling okay. So there's that. Welcome to day 12 of the sunrise, which has not begun yet, but we're getting very close. And this is going to be a very interesting sunrise. Good morning. Good morning, Fearless. Did you think I was late? I was not late this morning. Good morning, Renee. We're expecting sunrise in like 5 minutes, I think, maybe less. Maybe less. Every morning it's earlier. Ah! But seriously, this is going to be a really cool one because of the clouds that are lining the ocean. And of course, we've got our tanker ships, a real big one right in front of us. I think this is the same one we see every day. No, maybe not. They all look the same. I'm sure it's not the same one. That would be crazy. So the sun's fixing to come up right about there. You know, it's so weird when you look at like this whole huge sky and the sun is already affecting the clouds up above me. Look at all those birds. Wow. Those are seagulls. I can hear them. I don't know why they're up so high like that. That's kind of weird. And Spirit's got new baby chicks on her farm. Praise the Lord. 13 chicks. And we got the half moon over here. Where'd that half moon? Come on. Right in half there. You know, I guess if you don't believe that, well, I don't know. Sometimes those flat earthers get in my mind and I think they got something there. I don't know. We're certainly living in some kind of huge illusion. Welcome to the grand illusion. Come on in and see what's happening. Something else, get your tickets for the show. Yeah, this is the greatest show on earth, isn't it? Milana, how did you know I'm an Ashkenazi Jew? Seriously, you're the second person this week who has recognized that I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. That is kind of interesting. And you know what? I love everybody. I love everybody unless they give me a reason to hate them. Oh, from my name? Really? Well, you never know with a name. I was adopted as a baby, but I am actually an Ashkenazi Jew. Hi, Linda. Good morning. I'm actually doing really well this morning. Yeah, right, Darla. It is the greatest show on earth. So I think there's like 1 more minute until sunrise. I think I saw that 7:23 on my weather app. Define what, Spirit? I have to know what I need to define. Or Ashkenazi, is that what you're asking about? What is that? Sorry, I'm a little full of phlegm this morning. I'm not a software professional. I'm a journalist. I'm an author. And I am the host of the Beach Report every day. Oh, Ashkenazi Jew. That's just a region of Europe where Jews are from. And so, for instance, yeah, Well, I'm a different kind of journalist, Octavio. I was a professional. I went to journalism school. I wrote for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette for 18 years and other national magazines, and I wrote for television, and I even used to edit Rolling Stone magazine. True story, bro. Here comes the sun. Anyway, I've got all the credentials, but I don't act like today's journalist. Those aren't real journalists. Those are propagandists. Know the difference. Your girl here has no agenda other than I love my country, I love the world, and I love everybody, and I want us all to be peaceful and happy together. So God is showing us the most incredible sunrise this morning. I know I've never seen anything like it, because every sunrise and every sunset is unique. This one is pretty wild, and it seems bigger than usual. Sometimes the sun looks so little to me. Yeah, what a sky, right? It's so different from yesterday. Was like so no nonsense, where it just popped out of the ocean. Oh, we're live on Fort Lauderdale Beach right now. Look, it's kind of like stacking up. Good morning, everybody. Live from Fort Lauderdale Beach, we have the sunrise. It's going up right in front of our eyes. It's like stacked on top of some clouds there. It's I think it's just right now, it's struggling to pull itself out of the ocean. And that is happening right now, 4:45 in India in the afternoon. Wow, time is so weird, isn't it? So it looks like the sun is completely up. Yes, God paints a different picture for us each and every morning. I love it. Look at that. So we have our sunrise. Let me show you the rest of the beach, because this sunrise is going to be very interesting. It's not going to stop here. This is just the first stage. It has to go through all those clouds, and that is going to paint a very interesting picture indeed. We've got a plane. We have a lot of people out. Of course, the weekend is basically, is it Friday? I believe it's Friday. So the weekend has already begun. Oh, you can see the sun has detached itself from those clouds in the water. So it's really up, but it's got a little hat on now. Wow, look at that. With that boat going in front of it, that's pretty cool. This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Welcome to the morning. Hey everyone. Hey Rika. I don't know. I can't say everyone's name. I do my best. I'll pick a little part. Nino. I'll call you Nino. We got Nino. We got Rafiq. This is a sunrise, my friend. This sun be coming up. And tomorrow's Spirit's birthday. We have to have a birthday party on the Beach Report. Well, we're going to do a members only live for Spirit's birthday tomorrow. Hey Renee. Anurag. Anurag. Okay, Jonas. Oh, Jonas, I gotcha. Good morning, Mayor. Yep, we got a good one this morning. Oh, thank you. Was it Anurag? Is that the right way? Because I said it two different ways. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to my new people. Look at that sun. It's 11:27 a.m. Where are you, Jonas? You're not too far away from the Beach Report. You've already had your sunrise. Good morning, Starla. You gotta believe that. Oh my gosh, our Heavenly Father is the greatest artist ever in the world, ever in the universe. Look at that. Who paints a picture like that every single morning? It's something different. The Kingdom of Morocco. I've never been to Morocco. I do have a daughter on Iraq, but she is married, so don't get no ideas. By the way, this is not a dating website or YouTube page. I am not looking for a boyfriend, and I don't set people up. So you can talk about dating if you want, but you're not dating me. All good on Iraq. Although I might just call you Mr. This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in the great United States of America, which is being made greater every day because of President Donald J. Trump. I'm MAGA all the way. I love my country, and I'm watching what he's doing to help us, and it's so beautiful. I did something today, actually, that I'm really excited about. So I went to, I'm on X. I've been on X for years and years when it was Twitter and everything. And I thought, you know, Elon's getting so much hate that what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to sign up for X and pay for the premium. I want to support Elon Musk's efforts. I don't have to support Elon. He's the richest man in the world. But I want to support his efforts, and I want to be part of it. So I joined X as a premium member today, because sometimes you got to pay for success. Exactly, Michelle. He is a great guy, and what he's been going through is so absolutely, it's beyond ridiculous. So, Mr. Anurag, I've never been to Mumbai city, but I'm fascinated with it. It is so interesting to me that, I mean, isn't there like one of the biggest slums in the world there? Like how does that work? I've watched, like, you know, Slumdog, Slumlord, whatever those movies are. I often, well, not often, but sometimes I'll go down a rabbit hole and I'll be like, I got to check this Mumbai thing out, see what it's like there. It's so amazing that people live like basically in this slum, but it's a city. It's so wow. Like, if you want to tell us about it, please do, because I'd be very interested to hear from someone who actually lives there. I've just seen videos and stuff, and it looks like completely outer limits, something I would have never experienced in my life. Look at that sunrise. Wow. Isn't it gorgeous? Don't praise India to me. I don't know anything about India. I just think it's interesting. That's all. You know what? If I'm going to praise somebody, I'm going to praise Elon Musk. Today, I'm going to call it Elon Musk Day, because that dude needs some love from us Americans, who are so grateful for what he's doing to help us and to show the whole world, especially us and especially the people who need to know that our country has been under siege by a bunch of criminals, like really bad criminals, who have been criminals for so many years, even before I was born in 1965. Yes, it is really a strange globe, isn't it, Jonas? It's, yeah, we've been ruled by evil, very evil people, and I think it's interesting that they pulled out the JFK files first. Yes, I want to know about 9/11. I wrote a book about it, and I really want to know about 9/11, but I do believe that it started with JFK, and it started with a man who recognized that the criminality was happening and saw it for his own eyes as he became president, and decided to, yeah, how evil they really are. Michelle is so right. It sounds like the Kennedy family got tapped into the truth, and they didn't like what they saw, and they tried to stop it. And what happened? And I want to cry, because I know I've known this my whole life. You know, we've all known it. But that's why they call people like me conspiracy theorists. Because I've always known the truth. And I've always been a Republican. Not that that's a good thing, but never a Democrat. Because I feel like, sorry, Jonas, I feel like the Democrats, there's something wrong with you people. Like, why do you hate people so much? Actually, I found something today. I'm going to read it to you. Because it really does hurt me. But this is the history. This is the history of the Democratic Party. Democrats, somebody else wrote this, I didn't write this. Democrats have spent a lot of time and money trying to rewrite history, but facts are facts, so it's time to face them. If what you hear me read right now doesn't make you see the hidden agendas behind DEI or CRT, which are rooted in the idea of treating individuals differently because of their race, gender, or identity, then you are beyond help. And you know what I love about my show this morning is that when I came on, I can't remember which one of you it was. I don't know. I don't think it was you, Jonas. I think it was, I'm sorry, I can't remember all the names that I've never heard before. But anyway, this guy comes on and he's like, I'm Hindu. I love Ashkenazi Jews. You know, it was like about love. It was like immediately somebody came on, recognized that I'm an Ashkenazi Jew, and like celebrated that. Like, that was so kind, and I really appreciate it. And I don't know anybody who's Hindu, but now I do, so I'm really happy about that. I think it's wonderful. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because my show today is called Sunlight is the Greatest Disinfectant, and I want to shed some sunlight and some facts right here, right now. Nicolay says there are forces far above Democrats and Republicans, and that they make you believe what they want. And Janice says, I feel your pain, Jill. This evil has been going on way too long. Praise God, he is revealing it all to the world. Love you, Jill. Thank you. I love you too, Jana. Praise Jesus indeed, Michelle. Which is another lie that I was fed my whole life as a Jew. Told that Jesus was nobody. He was nobody and nothing to me. And that was the most wrong thing I've ever heard in my life. And now I know the truth. So, Jonas, you sweet. Okay, so I got to read this to you guys. I'm going to not look at your comments because I'm going to get taken off topic. Okay, but listen to this. This is very important. Okay, this is who and what the Democrat Party is. These were the people who defended slavery, and fought to keep it. The Democrat Party was the party of the Confederacy, fighting a civil war to preserve slavery as their economic engine. They created, enforced, and upheld Jim Crow laws. Democrats controlled Southern legislatures and used these laws to strip Black Americans of rights, segregate every aspect of life, and maintain white supremacy for nearly a century. They founded the Ku Klux Klan, which was born out of the Southern Democratic Party, acting as its militant wing to terrorize Black Americans, Republicans, and anyone pushing for civil rights and equality. They've always been this terroristic type of, the mindset is just terrorism. And that's what we're seeing today with the Tesla attacks. They filibustered the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Southern Democrats led the charge to block civil rights legislation, with 21 of the 27 Senate votes against the bill coming from Democrats trying to maintain segregation. They propped up segregationist leaders for decades. They backed figures like Georgia Wallace, who would say, segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Hello, Manpreet. And then there's Robert Byrd. Remember us watching all those pictures or seeing all those pictures of Joe Biden and his good friend Robert Byrd? He was a KKK recruiter who served 51 years in the Senate. And yes, Joe Biden, who fought school integration, praised segregationists as fine men, and worked to keep busing out of schools. They wrote and passed the 1994 crime bill. Joe Biden did, co-authored it. This bill introduced mandatory minimums, expanded the death penalty, and disproportionately targeted black communities, fueling mass incarceration. But Democrats want you to forget that part, don't they? Hello, Isaacs. Hello, Wisconsin. Yes, I cross a lot of country in my life. You're right about that. Oh, Spirit, did you have to get rid of somebody? Thank you. Now the Democrats, they still clap like seals while they peddle race-based policies, resegregated graduations, and the same tired game screaming racist or Nazi at anyone who dares to disagree with them. And as an Ashkenazi Jew, and by the way, the Ashkenazi Jews were the ones who were targeted in the Holocaust because they're the Eastern European Jews, and they had moved to Germany and Austria and the Netherlands and all those areas. So that's where they were targeted. Those were the Ashkenazi Jews, by the way. And that would be my ancestors. And when it was 2015, and I was stumping for Trump, was the first time, I'll never forget it. I was in a parking lot with a bunch of people doing a little pop-up rally, and I was called Hitler. I was called a Nazi, and I was like, you're calling a Jew a Nazi? That's like crazy cakes. Anyway, that's what we were getting. Anyway, speaking of Nazis, let me save you from the lazy Trump is a fascist Nazi take. Here's what your teachers and media conveniently leave out. The whole Nazis are right-wing propaganda is pure Stalinist propaganda. That's right, it was designed by actual authoritarians to smear capitalism and democracy. After World War II, Stalin needed a new enemy, so he cooked up that lie that fascism, despite its state control, suppression of free speech, government run everything, and racial social engineering was somehow right-wing? Why? To paint communism as the only moral alternative. Does that sound familiar? AOC. Oh my goodness. For context, Hitler's party was named the National Socialist German Workers' Party. No coincidence that Democratic congressmen like Representative Kazar self-proclaim as socialists. There are socialists in our government, that's right. The NSGWP, the National Socialist German Workers' Party, were anti-communist, but they weren't small government conservatives. Oh, look, here's the sun now, big time. Look at those people in front of it. That's beautiful. Sorry. Maybe I should have my camera on the sun and not on me, because this is not about me at all. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Hi, Laura. How are you, my friend? All right, talking about the German Socialist Party. I'm sorry, the National Socialist German Workers' Party were anti-communist, but they weren't small government conservatives, which the right represented in Western democracies by any stretch. They believed in massive government control, state-run industries, and heavy social engineering, which is the opposite of conservative values, and ironically very close to the current values of the left. Stalin's propaganda machine ran with the right are fascists and Nazis over the next couple of decades, especially during the Cold War, at which point the lie was repeated so much that it became gospel. Now, every brain-dead pundit calls anyone right of Bernie Sanders a Nazi, without understanding a shred of history. This Nazis equals right-wing garbage is Soviet fiction and propaganda, a lie told so often most forget where it came from. And here we are with the left, still carrying Stalin's water like good little communist soldiers, oblivious to the reality of what they are really representing. Wake up. Wake up! Wake up and see the sunshine. Wake up and see the truth. Wake up and realize that we're being turned against each other by people who have no interest in our ever getting along. They want to divide us. They want to conquer us. And there's only a few of them. Well, there are so many of us. Everyone talking on this little stream of mine with just 15 people watching. You know, we are the real people. We are the people being affected by these so-called leaders who don't care anything about us and literally killed presidents, killed people who were honest and good. And I have read histories to my followers for the past 10 years. I have read to you guys about the way that American presidents, anytime you get a good president who wants to make a change, they kill him, or they try to kill him. They are not always successful, but they always try it. You know, Jonas, I think too that there is a collective unconsciousness that needs to be tapped in, where we have to stop believing that we are not as important as these demons that are trying to destroy us. We are more important. We are the children of the Father of the universe, and we have to behave as such. You look at that sun, you realize what's really going on, don't you? He is in control. But it's up to us to use our free will to choose to trust in him and to stop listening to these crazy people. I think it's time for a Bible verse. I hope you all pray with me right now. You know, life is full of challenges, but the Bible has a way of speaking to us when we need it the most. And sometimes I get led to the most amazing Bible verses that really help me feel, you know, like I'm here for a reason. And like God wants me here. And I'm not just a pawn in some rich man's game. Here's a quote from Martin Luther King Jr., who was killed by the same people who killed President Kennedy and his brother Robert. Be the best of whatever you are. I don't know if I like that quote, because I kind of see it as like, you know, if you're a killer, do you want to be the best killer? I don't know. That doesn't really jibe with me. I'm looking for Bible quotes, not quotes from random people. Yeah, only trust in God. Exactly. Trust in the Creator. All right, here we go. Here's a Bible verse. This is from Isaiah 41:10. I love this one. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And that kind of says it all, doesn't it? Here's another one for you. Jesus came and told his disciples, I've been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Teach these new disciples to obey all the commands I have given you. Here's some more from Isaiah. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. You know, and in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse is such a powerful reminder that our strength comes not from ourselves, but from God. It emphasizes that through Christ, we can overcome any challenge and accomplish anything we need to. Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. In Corinthians 12:9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses so that Christ's power may rest on me. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Take heart indeed. I constantly feel his presence, and as we go through these huge challenges in our lives, in this just living in this world, in these days, where literally everything we hear is laced with some kind of lie or an agenda. Jonas, how is the universe like a car? Linda says, I pray they leave Social Security alone because that is my husband's only income and most of the middle class. You know what, Linda? I wouldn't worry about Social Security. I am sure that President Trump has that on his mind. He wants us older Americans to thrive. He wants to acknowledge us as, you know, having lived through this crazy world, having known what life used to be like. Our kids don't know the difference. This dog doesn't know the difference. But we do. Everything that's going to happen from now on is going to be for the benefit of all mankind, especially those of us who've been on the earth the longest. And that's not me. I'm going to be 60 years old in November. But I've been around long enough. I didn't I didn't see them kill President Kennedy. I was alive when they killed RFK, but I don't remember it, really. You know, I wonder about Lyndon Baines Johnson, the murderous vice president. Did he go to hell when he died in the 70s? And what about his family now? I believe he has a daughter. Remember he had that wife, Ladybird? She always looked like a harrigan. Okay, Jonas says that it's a car made for one. It's not made for two. You're right, you're right. Yeah, I see the idea. You're right, it is a car made for one, and I like that, Jonas, because you're acknowledging that we are individuals. We are not entities in a group. You know, I'm not just an Ashkenazi Jew. I'm me, I'm Jill. I was made in God's image. He made me perfectly and wonderfully. I hear you, Jonas. I agree with you. You got to drive your car on a path that doesn't lead towards destruction. Yeah, let's take that car analogy and drive it. Yeah, Ladybird is a drag queen. Laura, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. You're right. You're right. Social Security needs to be dismantled. It's forced, which is unconstitutional. Those who have paid into it will be compensated, but it needs to end. And people allowed to make their own retirement plans. Exactly. No, Social Security is a scam on the American people, like pretty much everything else. Jonah says, you choose the sunset order to the sun, and I choose the sunshine order to the sun. I like that. Yeah, I don't want a war. That's another reason why I voted for President Trump. I want peace. And you know, here's the problem. Here's the problem with war, is that old men make wars and young men have to die for them. Old men make wars and then everybody suffers for the old men's wars that they make lots of money off of and lots of destruction. And then somebody has to rebuild after the wars, and the old men make more money on that too. Some of them are old women. I'm not, you know, saying that the old women aren't also held accountable, but I'm so tired of it. Why can't we just live in this world and be happy? We've shown we could be peaceful. We could have such a wonderful life. And I do have faith spirit. I do. But again, this is why we voted for President Trump to come back. Don't worry, Linda. Don't be afraid. You, of all people, should know better than that, my friend. You need to have so much faith in the Lord. He will not let you falter. He will not take away your husband's Social Security. I don't believe that at all. Well, I love how Jonas is seeing into my soul. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I am an open book. I am also a writer, so that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? That's right, Laura. They sacrifice our boys for the Satanists. Yeah. Central bankers fund all sides of every war, as well as black ops, to start the wars and profit from all. Exactly. And what's being perpetrated upon the U.S. right now is called a color revolution. A color revolution is where you turn people against each other, simply because of the color of their skins. Rothschilds and Rockefellers have all done it to us, extras. Those are some of the rich men who want to enslave the rest of us. They're the slave drivers. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets in this world, Jonas. However, I believe now is the time. They call these days the Great Awakening. And I am part of the Great Awakening. And God has called upon me to talk about it. It hasn't been easy. I've been persecuted. I've been called names, but that never stops me because I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. I have the power of my Father, the King of the universe behind me. Oh, the Bohemian Club is real, extras. Yeah, all those secret societies, they're real. In fact, it just came out that there is a sort of secret judges society. And judges that are involved in the secret society have names like, oh, Roberts, Boasberg, Ketanji Jackson Brown. We're talking 2 Supreme Court judges in this little group. I forget the rest of the names of those judges, but those are 3 judges that you've heard in the news lately. All corrupt, all despicable, treasonous. And we, the people, need to call them out. I'm betting that BlackRock is under Trump control now. I hope you're right about that, Spirit. I think you are. I definitely think you are. Especially since BlackRock was involved in the sale of the Suez Canal. Something weird. I don't know what's going on. I am no mover and shaker. I have no money. I am not involved in the corporatocracy. I don't even have a real paying job. You know, it's like today I'm going to go clean somebody's apartment and make some money. And that's what I'm doing lately for cash and prizes. I'm also an author. I've written 2 books. And this week, I'm going to knuckle down super hard because I want to put my 2nd book that I just published into the Miami Book Fair. So I need your prayers for that. My book is about my adoption. It's called Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? So I got to work on that this week. And my website, which, oh, it's the bane of my existence. The Epstein list better be released. Yeah, okay, so I started talking about that. I started talking about the Kennedy assassination and how it makes me cry. I can't even think about it. When I realize how murderous, how despicable our government, the CIA, the FBI, and President Kennedy tried to shut that stuff down, and he got killed. His brother got killed. And Martin Luther King Jr. got killed, and Malcolm X got killed, and countless other people. And they tried to kill Ronald Reagan right in front of us. I was watching television as a little girl in high school. Watching television and seeing the president get out of a car. Never forget that one. And they sent an MK Ultra mind control crazy person to kill him. That wasn't about Jodie Foster. You know, they told us John Hinckley Jr. was obsessed with Jodie Foster. What a lie. What a lie. So many lies. Or like, how about that lie that Jackie O, no, she wasn't Jackie O then, she was Jackie Kennedy. And that the reason that she was scrambling to get out of the car behind her husband was because the shooter was in the car. She knew the truth. She stood there next to LBJ on the plane and she knew the truth. She wasn't trying to get her husband's brains. Who would do such a thing? That's crazy. That's crazy. The Epstein list is just part of the craziness because anyone with half a brain knows he didn't kill himself. You know, everybody knows the 2020 election wasn't the most free and fair election ever. Everybody knows this. But there's this group of people, propagandists, who want to shut us up and stop us. I'm not alone, Jonas. I'm never alone. Look at all you guys. I have a lot of people who know and have been following me for 10 years now and know that I've always told the truth. I always say that lies are expensive, but the truth is for free. And that's why people like Anderson Cooper or Rachel Madcow make millions of dollars, and I don't make anything at all. Well, that's not true. I definitely get donations from you guys and you people who bought my books, and I subsist day to day, and that's okay. I'm like a bird. I'm like a bird, and the Lord takes care of me because I know in my birdie brain that He will always make sure that I have enough to eat, somewhere to sleep, and a roof over my head, and that's how I do that. So, good morning, Azer. You can't get picked on and looked down on because you're a child of the Lord, and you must really act as if, not as if, it's a fact. The only reason people get picked on is because they let other people make them think that they're not important, that they can be treated this way. But guess what? You don't have to take that. You never have to take that. Stand your own ground. And when you do, you will be respected and you will see. And stand with the knowledge that you are a child of the King of the universe. And that makes you very, very special. Don't let anybody kill you. You choose your own feelings. And never forget, when life is really hard and things are really bad, you have to understand that that's happening to you to make you strong. Because if you don't have strength, you don't get strength from having no adversity. You get strength from fighting. You get strength from doing things that are out of your comfort zone. Like me doing my sunrise challenge, coming out here every single morning. I don't really want to do this. But now I do. I mean, I see this sunrise and I'm like, wow. It's all the reward that I need. You have to do what you have to do, Azer. And you know what you have to do, so just do it. And don't let anybody tell you can't do anything. You can do whatever you want to do. And you have to be strong about it. And you have to be very, not defiant so much, but assertive. With, this is what I'm doing now. This is my right, and I'm going to do it. Oh, that box rescue remedy is some good stuff. I've been taking it too, thanks to Spirit. Yes, it's day 12 of my sunrise challenge. And every day is amazing. The rescue remedy is actually, it's Indian, and it comes in these drops that they use. The Indians swear on box rescue remedy. You have to look it up, but it is something that comes from India. Which vision is that? I see visions all the time. Oh, the visions about our life. Oh, Jonas. About religion. Well, I don't really believe in organized religion. And, growing up as a Jew, I was lied to my whole life. So I just really follow my own path that God lays out for me. I read the Bible because I believe that those are words of wisdom that really do help me in my life and help everybody else. Yes, they come from, rescue remedy comes from natural herbs. So it's all natural, but all natural things aren't always the best either. You never know. You got to be careful with that stuff. Let's take one look at the sunrise. And look at all the people out on the beach. And I feel like we've had a really interesting morning. Yay, the beach. Glad you're here, Acer. I don't know if I say your name right. If I don't, I'm sorry. I do the best I can. Oh, cool. And is your first name Asinia? Because Asinia, wow, what a pretty name. Beautiful. Yeah, the devotionals from your pastor are awesome, Linda. I've read them out loud before too. Except they come from him, so kind of it doesn't always like work for me. Oh, Kathy, you're in Lauderdale by the Sea. Hey, I'm going to be there this afternoon. You guys come back at noon today. Well, I don't know, maybe afternoon or maybe right before. I'm not sure which, but I'm going to be having lunch with my dear, dear friend Trish, who is one of my spiritual guiders. What's that word? Guides. How many hours from now? So let's see, it's 8. About 4 to 5. I don't have an exact time. I'm gonna have lunch with Trish at noon, so we'll probably do our live after lunch. So maybe 5 hours from now. You should join my members group. Make sure you get notifications. I know, I love Trish so much. She's such a good friend, and she actually baptized me in this ocean, and not on this beach, but on a beach like up behind those buildings. That was a cool day. Another amazing sunset. I don't think the United States went to the moon the way they say they did. I'm going to say no on that one. I don't believe it. I don't believe most anything the government's done. Exactly. Let's have a birthday party for Spirit tomorrow on the members channel or in the members group. You know, that's so hard to be a mom, Asinia. I was there, and the way that I made money as a stay-at-home mom was I was a writer. I'm still a writer. I was writing for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and my son was 3 and my daughter was 6. They were 3 years apart, and I would take him to every story I covered. He was my little tag-along baby. Yeah, I'm constantly cleaning now too, but I do it for money for other people. I don't like to clean. Somehow God has his hands on me and he's like, Jill, go help people and clean their houses. It's nuts. It's so nuts. But I'm so glad that you stay home with your kids, Asinia. I really am. I think that's wonderful. I did it too. And, you know, you'll never be sorry that you did it because it's not all about money. And if you're looking for work, you know what else I did? I baked birthday cakes. I had a birthday cake business when I lived in Switzerland, and I had little toddlers with me. And the first time I ever delivered a birthday cake to a client, I had my daughter in her car seat in the back, and the cake was next to her. And I told her that if she touched that cake, she'd be in big trouble. Guess what she did? She touched the cake. It was bad. Oh, I was so mad. I look back now and I laugh. But you're so right, Roger. Hashem will do all his miracles. Donna worked at a daycare. That way she could work and not pay for daycare, and also got to be with her child. I love that's a great idea too. Asinia grew up with my horrible grandpa and his wife, and they hated me, so I have no choice but to be a loving person. Girl, you just be yourself. And don't let anybody affect you or change you into something that you're not. You choose your own feelings. Never, ever forget that. And if anybody tells you that you're making them this or that or the other things, you say, no, that's not my responsibility. I love that, Laura. Look, Yahuwah blesses you. Struggle isn't bad. Struggle's only bad if you let it destroy you. Let it make you stronger, Asinia, and let your children see you struggle. Because that's the other thing. Kids do not appreciate things the way they should. And I learned that with my own children. You try to make things really easy for your kids, right? And you try to do everything for them, and you want their lives to be good. But your life really isn't good when everything is done for you and everything is taken care of for you. Your life is better when you struggle. It really is. You learn so much more that way. So let your kids struggle a little bit. I mean, don't make things impossibly difficult, but everything is a blessing if you look at it like that. And you make your own problems, you make your own solutions. So you have to think with a different mindset, and you'll see that the world will be a much better place for you when you understand why you struggle. And you understand that when you go through something and it seems so horrible. I mean, I've literally walked around going, I think I'm in hell right now. I think this is hell. But I learned so much. I did not know Morocco. I just had never been there. That's all. I mean, I don't know anything about it. It's Morocco, right, Jonas? You're the one from Morocco. I know there was Morocco and someone from Mumbai. Yeah, kids need to be taught how to stick with things and find a solution. Oh, Asinia, you reached my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God always tells me what to do and where to go, and now I'm crying again. No, my nose is gonna run. Oh, Jonas. Jonas, my husband was from Morocco. My husband was a Moroccan Jew. And I didn't even realize until you just said that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I'm super emotional today. But Jonas is right. Wow. So my husband, Ray, who's in heaven today. So Ray was born in Pretoria, South Africa. But his family were Moroccan Jews. Thank you, Spirit. I feel that hug. No, don't be sorry, Jonas. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad you can tell me about this, because Ray's family, Ray's mother, was raised in Israel. And she was actually born in Israel. But they were Moroccan Jews. And I guess they escaped Morocco. I don't know. You didn't leave Morocco, so I don't know anything about the history of Morocco, but you're a Sephardic Jew. And so, anyway, Ray's mom was a Sabra, and born in Israel, and raised in Israel. But Ray himself was born in South Africa, and his dad was from Morocco. They moved to Cuba. Sorry. Oh, look, it's the Zamboni of the beach. When you grow up north and come from a hockey family, to me, that'd be the Zamboni of the beach. But the only Arabic Muslim can live with the Jewish, it's the Moroccan people. Wow. That's interesting. Anyway. So my husband was raised in Cuba, and he considered himself to be Cuban, but he was really a Moroccan Jew. So thank you for reminding me of that, Jonas. I really appreciate it. And makes me also so happy to know that my husband is he's always affecting everything around me. I have angels in heaven now, my little dog's in heaven. It's a lot. I miss everybody, but I know they're always with me, so So anyway, Asinia, you're going to be a great mom. I mean, you are a great mom. And I know that your trials and tribulations with your children are only just beginning, or you just have the one daughter so far, but 7 years old. That's such a great age. And they love you so much. And they look up to you. So don't forget, you're a role model right now. You won't be forever, but you are right now. And the big struggle comes when they become teenagers and they think they know everything. Sanal is here. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Beach Report. Happy to see you. Wow. No, it's like I can't leave because Sanal is here. And Holly is here now. Oh my gosh. Hi, Holly. Good morning. Good morning. So happy to see you guys. It's like a gift every time someone else comes in the room, on the show, whatever. Look at this gorgeous sunrise we have today. Oh, love you too, Holly. Asinia has a son that Asinia, I'm so sorry. Tricked into trusting his dad when I ran away from home and took him from me while I was working and saving for a place I was homeless. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, Asinia, you've been through so much. But you will see your son again. I'm going to have to go to Morocco now. And we all make mistakes. But don't forget, we are all individuals, and your son is on his own journey. And I'm so sorry that he's not with you. And I know that breaks your heart. It's one of the worst things. But don't forget, Asinia. You know, I was adopted as a baby. So I've always been on my own journey. But I was reunited with my biological parents. That's what my book's about. I think you would really like it. I'll be sharing more with you guys about it and reading more on my member show. Yeah, I love this world for our mistakes. Holly, your daughter's in Pensacola. Cool. Are you fasting for Ramadan, Jonas? I love fasting. Yeah. All right, Asinia. Yeah, I'm working on my website this week. I will have more information for you guys on how to buy my book because I'm still refining it and I'm entering it into the Miami Book Fair. So I have some little niggly things to do. I've changed my cover a little bit. Everyone who has my book already has a first edition. So you guys are lucky. I still have some first editions left if you want one of those. It's not the end product, but a first edition, still a first edition. And I do have plans and pray to the Lord that my book does become a bestseller because I think it's really important. I think it's a good book. I think it's a fun book, but it's also a book about coming of age and understanding where you stand in the world with the flock. That's a good one. Oh, what the flock? That's gonna have to be a chapter heading or something. Yes, we must all inspire each other. Darla's got it all. Darla's in the updated edition. And if you have read my book and you love it, please send me a short review for the Miami Book Fair. That's really helpful for me too. Yes, like the car. Driving that car of life. All right, you guys. I gotta go clean Jerry's apartment now. Shout out, Jerry. All right. I love you guys. This has been such a wonderful, wonderful morning. I'm going to show you the sunrise one more time because you got to see it. And I'm going to sit here a little bit and maybe do my running back and forth exercises and commune with the Lord, my God. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Cindy, I really hope you will consider joining the members group. It's only $4. I understand if it's hard for you to do that, but I think it would be helpful. We have a good time. All right, you guys, we'll see you on tomorrow's early morning beach report. So we welcome the sun up in the sky. Ciao for now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you on the next beach report this afternoon. Don't forget, we'll be with Trish. All right, you guys, bye. I love you too. Bye, Laura. Bye, Darla. Bye, Holly. Bye, Jonas. Hey, bye, Asinia. Hey, Donna. I want to say bye to everybody, but all right. See y'all later.